What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. Thank you for joining us on this fine Saturday night. And we got a lot of things to talk about. My name is Colin Fursley, and I'm here with my co-host, Oscar Morale.
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's going on? It's just us two today. Mark is too busy for us at the moment, so it's all good though. Got some interesting things to talk about. First things first, the World Series. It's been a very entertaining World Series so far.
Super.
The Dodgers tied it 1-1 after game two, and then going to game three, we had an unreal
Marathon.
18
The
inning,
marathon.
the marathon, 18 inning marathon, tied for the longest playoff game, not just World Series, the longest playoff game in MLB history, and it ended after there not have been a run since the seventh inning. So seventh inning to 18th inning, 0 runs until Freddie Freeman hits a walk-off home run
A
to
bomb
seal the game. Absolute
in
bomb.
LA.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Solo home run. As you can see there in the middle, number 72, Miguel Rojas. Shout out the Miami Marlins. He's actually one of my favorite MLB players just from his time in Miami, so I really love him. And now he's on the Dodgers. Well, he's been on the Dodgers. He won the World Series last year, and now he's still there. So shout out to him. He's been getting some playing time as well. But Oscar, I don't know if you watched the game or how
Well,
much of it did you
I
watch,
had a
but
6 a.m. shift. I watched the game up until
oh,
midnight.
wow,
Like
okay.
12:30, and then I had to call it a day, bro. I had a 6 a.m. shift the next morning. The game
Yeah.
ended at 3 a.m. for me. So,
Yes, it did. It did. Miles and I, we stayed up and we watched the entire thing. So definitely was worth it. I thought it was very entertaining. I mean, 0 runs for what,
I mean,
11
I
innings, but
I
still.
watched the highlights, didn't even saw who won. So for me, I got to like experience it, I guess, the next morning. But yeah, it was crazy. Just
Yeah.
30 minutes of highlights.
Yeah. No, it was
I mean,
ridiculous.
the marathon, bro.
Pitching was good. Pitching was good. And the Dodgers reliever specifically shut him down. Specifically this
The Japanese
uh
guy, Yoshimoto or whatever his name is.
no. I'll pull it up right now because he was unreal, and I want to get his name right. Yoshinobu
Oh,
Yamamoto was
yes,
about to come in.
yes. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Will Klein. Will Klein.
Yes,
Will Klein. I have right here. He's only 25 years old, and this is his second season in the major leagues. Actually, his first full season in MLB. He was in the minor leagues before.
and Kershaw pitched this game.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
opened.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah, Kershaw also pitched in the game. He pitched like two pitches. He got out of a bases loaded jam in extras, so that was really clutch. A lot of records were broken in this game. There's the most pitchers ever used in a World Series game, I believe, or at least by just the Dodgers. No, it was unbelievable. Kershaw pitched. Yeah, he only got one out, but he allowed no hits, so great for him. And then Klein, yeah, I mean, he pitched 4 innings. He's usually a reliever, and he pitched 4 innings, 49 pitches, or sorry, 72 pitches in 4 innings, which is unbelievable. But he only allowed one hit that entire time, so it was great for him. So Dodgers pull it out. They win Game 3 there in Los Angeles to take a 2-1 lead. Everyone's going crazy. People come back into the ballpark less than a day later for Game 4, but this time the Blue Jays just pounced all over the
Vladdy, boy.
Dodgers. Vladdy Jr. going
Vladdy
going
Jr.
ballistics, going ballistics. He had a home run to open the scoring there in that or to
Yeah,
open the scoring for the Blue Jays in that
he had
game.
2 home
Uh,
runs that game, no?
he had no,
I
he
believe
just had
so.
one home run, just the
Then
one.
who was the one that had 2 home runs? There was somebody that had 2 home runs.
Not in this game. He was the only home run that was hit in this game, in Game 4.
This is last night. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess I'm misremembering it. My bad.
yeah. No, it's all good.
But I know he
So,
he had the home run to open it up. He had 2 RBIs then? Was that what it was? He had 2 runs batted in.
mm, well, it was a 2-run home run, so he had 2 RBIs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was the Blue Jays. Were doing great. They had great pitching. They won 6-2 in that one. But the Dodgers bats were super cold. I have it here. They only had 6 hits the whole game. And they only, like I said, they only had 2 runs. And one of those runs came in the last inning, the 9th inning. So they had really cold bats for the entire rest of the game. And now, actually, game five, it's tied 2-2. Game five is currently going on in Dodger Stadium again, the last game in LA. And the Dodgers once again are losing 5-1. Trey Yesavage is currently pitching, the rookie pitcher, starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. And let me get the exact stats. 7 innings, 3 hits, only 3 hits, and only 1 run that was given up on a Kike Hernandez home run. And he has a rookie World Series record, 12 strikeouts. Yes, 12 strikeouts in 7 innings. He is going crazy. He set a lot of records in this game on only 104 pitches as well. So we'll see how much longer he can go for. But the Dodgers, like I mentioned, also their bats are really cold. Their manager made a lineup change, and still only 3 hits through 7 innings for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Not looking good. And another piece of history, the Blue Jays opened up the game. Their first batter of the game, Schneider, hit a home run. Their second batter of the game, Guerrero, hit another home run. So now that's where you were thinking Vladimir Guerrero hit another home run because he just hit one right now, during this game. So back-to-back home runs to start a World Series for the first time ever in the history of the World Series. And they've just been going crazy. I watched the game a little bit before we just hopped on the podcast. Like I said, it's still going on. And there were 3 wild pitches in the 7th inning that allowed 3 runs to score, or I think 2 runs to score actually. Yeah, 2 runs to score in that inning. So
I'm glad to see the Blue Jays winning, is all I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, most of us on the podcast last episode picked the Blue Jays, which I'm surprised. I picked the Dodgers. I thought that was the obvious pick, but the majority picked the Blue Jays. So I guess the Blue Jays it's like they should have been favored to win at that point, and they're winning. They're about to go up 3-2 in the
You
series,
clearly don't
and
know ball,
going back to
Colin. No,
Toronto.
you're
Clearly
right. The
don't.
Dodgers were heavy favorites coming into the World
They're just in a
Series.
mad slump right now. It's ridiculous. Shohei is I think 0 for
Shohei has been
7.
playing great though.
Yes, he has been playing great, but not in the last 2 games. He's 0 for 3 in this game. I think he was 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 last game as well. 0 for 3, yeah. So he's 0 for his last 6 at bats.
Well, also
great.
they have been walking him intentionally, like insane.
No, I know, but that's discounting walks. He did get walked last game, but in his last 7 at bats, he's 0 for 6 with a walk. So still not great for Mr. Ohtani. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if the Dodgers can try to make some things happen, in the next couple games, or if the Blue Jays are just going to run away with it. And they're doing all this without George Springer. He injured his back in Game 3, so he's been out. And his replacement, Davis Schneider, like I said, he hit a home run already in Game 5 to open the scoring. So, Blue Jays doing just fine, just fine. So yeah. That's what's going on in the World Series. By the time this episode comes out, it's possible that the series will be over because Game 6 is on Friday, and we post this on Saturday. You guys will be watching this on Saturday, so the World Series might even be over by the time this gets uploaded. You never know, but we will see. And
I
it should
doubt
be a
it.
fun
I think
one.
this will go to Game 7. If I'm being very
Okay,
honest.
that would be fun. That would definitely be fun to watch. Runner on third base for the Blue Jays right now, actually. So we'll see if that puts in the 6th run of the game. Moving along now to college football. Like we always do, we're going to go over the AP poll for Week 10 in college football. And I believe next week is going to be the Week 11 AP poll. I think that will be the last AP poll of the year.
Yeah.
Before the college football committee comes together.
Yeah.
The last one that matters. Yeah. So looking at the AP Top 25 for this week. First thing that jumps out at me, very rare that you see this, BYU and Miami are tied. They have the exact same amount of points. So they both share that number 10 ranking. So there's nobody ranked number 11 this week. Very interesting there. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Oregon, the top 6 teams did not move at all. They all won or were on a bye last week. And then from there, Ole Miss, huge win over Oklahoma. I thought they played a really great game. Trinidad Chambliss looking very, very nice for them. So they moved up a spot. Georgia Tech, they won. They actually destroyed Syracuse, and they still
They
moved
went
back just
down.
because of that Ole
Yeah.
Miss win. Vanderbilt, very hard fought win against Missouri. It was a very close game for the majority of it, low scoring. And then the Missouri Tigers quarterback, Prabula, I believe is how you pronounce it, he actually got injured. He might be out for the season, I'm not sure. So they basically played almost the entire second half with a backup quarterback, and they still managed to hang with Vanderbilt. But at the end of the day, Pavia was able to pull it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I have some gripes with the top 10 specifically. Um, just because certain things are a little inconsistent. So I think the top 6 is fine. Because all of those teams who have that one loss in the top 6, their one loss is better than Miami's loss, who I believe should be either at 7 or at 8. Now, here's why I believe they should be either at 7 or at 8. Because you look at Ole Miss's loss was to Georgia, right?
Yes.
And their recent win that put them at number 7 was against Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Miami still has actually prior to the Stanford game, all of their games were to ranked opponents at some point in the season. Beside the Bethune-Cookman game. So they've played every one of their games against a ranked opponent besides the Bethune-Cookman game. So when you look at the one loss Ole Miss has compared to the one loss Miami has, plus all the wins Miami has compared to the wins Ole Miss has, you can rank them at 7. Then the other argument you can make for them to be at 8 is, well, Georgia Tech is at the top of the conference. Georgia Tech is undefeated. Have Georgia Tech at 7, Miami at 8. But everybody else, I mean, I understand Ole Miss is good, and they beat LSU when LSU was ranked top 5, but clearly LSU is not the team we thought they were. Plus, and that's not to take away Ole Miss's win over LSU when it happened, because when it happened, it was still incredible. But you look at Vanderbilt and how they've been playing, I would rank Vanderbilt ahead of Ole Miss. So I understand the Ole Miss win was impressive. I think it was enough for them to jump into the top 10, but purely at that 9 or 10 spot, not number 7. But it's just personal gripes I have.
So you think Miami should be ranked above Ole Miss?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, their one
I
loss they have was to Louisville, who is now the 16th team ranked in the country. Louisville has played incredibly well against a lot of teams. Louisville's one loss, is to Virginia, who's ranked right ahead of them. And if you actually go back and watch that game, they shouldn't have lost that game. There was a bunch of missed calls that just didn't happen for them, and they lost in overtime as well. So
yeah, I just highly disagree with you. I think Oklahoma is much better than Louisville. Like what that's just
Louisville has the best defensive line in the country. They're graded
I
better than even Miami's, who's at number 2.
I
Uh, they
they beat
it's
the number 13 team in the country, and y'all beat an unranked Louisville. I mean, y'all lost to an unranked Louisville team. I don't understand how
I
that
don't
makes
think
any
they should have
sense.
been unranked at the time, but
Well,
that's a conversation for a different day.
so Ole Miss lost to Georgia, who's the number 5 team in the country, and you guys lost to an unranked at the time Louisville team,
Oh,
and you think your loss is better? Then that doesn't make any sense.
that's not what I said.
Oh,
Obviously
then
their loss is better than
so
ours,
what I
but
so
our
can you
wins
explain?
are better. We both have the same
I
amount of
also disagree with
losses.
you. I also
You think
disagree
their
with you.
wins are better than ours?
I think so. I'll pull it up right now.
Look,
I
yeah,
don't
look at their
know the
schedule. Look at
full
our
schedule.
schedule. I just told you prior to the Stanford game, the only game we played was against an unranked team, or that was ranked at some point in the season, was Bethune-Cookman. But every other team is ranked or was ranked at some point in the season.
Yeah, but I think you can't say that okay. The teams that you played, Florida State sucks. Okay,
Now,
we know.
not when we played them.
Yeah, what do you think
That's
they
why I said
changed
I
in
don't take
three
away.
weeks?
That's why I'm saying I don't take away the Ole Miss win against a top 5 LSU team, because when they played them, they were a top 5 team in the country.
So you're saying that at the time,
That
Florida
you beat a
like
team, it matters. Yeah.
Okay, so then you
Because,
can't
for
say that
example,
Louisville's a good team.
for example,
Because
Look at Oregon's win against
Mhm.
Penn State. That propelled them to where they are right now, pretty much in the ranking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't take that away from
I mean, they're
Oregon now
already
that
up there.
no, but it like put them at number 3 pretty much.
Okay.
So that after their loss to Indiana, they only dropped down to 6.
Okay.
They swapped. They pretty much swapped with Indiana.
Oh wait, so what was the point
What
that
I'm
you're trying
saying
to
is
make?
you can't take away a team's win just because the team starts sucking after they beat them. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with you. I think that teams don't start sucking. They're just either good or not good. I think Florida State was never good. Like they beat
So
Alabama. Obviously, that's a massive fluke right now because you get destroyed by uh
I mean,
Flor
if that's the case, if you're arguing like that, Colin, I would say you're giving more credit to my argument at the beginning, where like Miami has been facing good teams. And remember how I
I don't
said,
think they've been facing good teams. I
well,
think they
you
faced
were the one who said Louisville was an unranked team, so you don't think Louisville should be ranked? You don't think Louisville's a
They
good team?
beat, no, they beat you guys, and you guys are good. So I think that they should, like, I'm fine with them being ranked. I think 16 is way too high. That's my personal opinion. But I think they could be like 23, 22, maybe. I don't think you guys played FSU, who I think I'm a fan of the team. I've watched every game. They suck, okay? They beat USF, which, bro, like, it's USF. Like, I understand they were ranked. Like, come on. Like, they beat UF, who now we know UF is terrible too. Like, sorry, Miles. It's true. Like who else did you guys beat? Notre
Notre
Dame. Notre
Dame.
Dame is good. Notre Dame is good. That was a good win. That was a good win. I mean, who else? I like there. I just disagree with you. Ole Miss has been
So,
playing.
so you think Ole Miss's win against LSU is more valuable than Miami's win against Notre Dame?
Uh, it's like kind of similar because LSU was ranked
Well,
number
LSU's
4.
not even ranked though.
No, no, I know. Look,
Your
LSU.
argument, not mine. In my
What I'm
argument, I
trying.
value the LSU win.
What? No.
You're
Okay.
saying
Look.
that the team was bad to begin with.
Yeah, LSU's been bad. I think that they've gotten a little worse because Nussmeier's injured. But they were number 4 when Ole Miss beat them. Should they have been number 4? Definitely not. They're way worse than number 4. Okay. Um, you guys beat Notre Dame when Notre Dame was ranked very high. However, it was the first game of the season, so you don't know how your players are going to be. Their quarterback was a rookie quarterback. Now he's had time to improve, so he's gotten better. Before he wasn't as good. And I mean, you can just look at all of the Week 1 games, including Florida State. Like, if Florida State played Alabama right now, I guarantee you they're losing by at least 30 points. There's not even a question in my mind. So I just don't. I just disagree with. At the end of the day, my disagreement is that Ole Miss, I think, should be ranked higher than Miami, like for sure, because their loss to Georgia, like
Okay,
they
put it this way then. If Ole Miss and Miami were to play on a neutral field right now, who would you have?
Ole Miss for sure.
Seriously. Oh,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
disagree. And that's not even because I'm a UM fan, but I
Miles,
genuinely
what do you
think.
think? If Miles and Ole Miss played right now, who would win?
If Miles
Sorry, if Miami, wow, love Miles. If Miami and Ole Miss played right
neutral
now,
ground,
yeah, neutral ground, who would win? Miami or Ole Miss?
I still like Miami there.
Said Miami. Miles goes
See?
for Miami.
But
But what? Yeah.
Ole Miss should be
Ole
higher.
Miss should be higher in the poll. Okay. So why do
Higher
you
in the
think that?
poll.
Because I think they played superior competition.
They've
They
played
have a better
superior
loss.
competition and they have a better loss. See, that's exactly what I said. Thank you, Miles. See, Miles knows ball.
I think they have the better loss. I don't think they've played superior competition. I disagree on that.
Like throughout the board, like across the board, I'd say that their competition is like up to par, maybe slightly worse than Miami's competition, but they've still played good teams. Like they played Kentucky. Kentucky's not bad.
So
They're not
that's
great, but they're
but
not
that's what I'm
bad.
saying. Miami's played better teams. They just have a worse loss than Ole Miss, and Ole Miss has a better loss, but they've played worse teams.
Yeah, but I think that loss holds so much more weight than your fractional better competition that Ole Miss has had. That's my opinion.
I guess. I mean,
All right.
and again, they both lost to ranked teams. So,
Bro, Louisville is not ranked.
No,
but they are now, and they should have been back then too.
That's
You,
your opinion. That's your opinion.
yeah, but according to your argument, they were still good to begin with, so they still lost to a good team.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
Louisville is ranked now.
Yeah, not when they played.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry. So, Oscar, what did you say that again?
It's fine. I was just saying. I mean, you are the one arguing a team's either good or they're not, regardless of if they're ranked or not.
Well, okay, you're right. But I have a question. Why did you think that Louisville should have been ranked? Because I'm looking at their schedule, and the only good team that they played was Pitt, like good, like ACC good.
Yeah.
Was Pitt, and they beat Pitt, and then the very next game they lost to Virginia, which was the game that you were talking about. But they only had one like decent win.
But okay, yeah, but you look at how they've been playing and how their players are performing. They have the 5th best receiver in the country. They have the best defensive line in the country. So
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. I think the other thing that I wanted to touch on was the fact that USF they lost to Memphis.
oh
So
yeah,
a
that
lot of
was
people,
crazy. That's hilarious in my opinion.
yeah, that was a very funny game. So USF, a lot of people thought that they were almost a lock to make the college football playoff because
I
there's
mean,
one
they
group
still
of
can because they're in the same conference as long as they win the
yeah,
conference.
yeah. It's whoever wins the conference.
Yeah.
But because they lost to a conference opponent in Memphis, it's going to make it a lot harder for them to make the conference championship, depending on how the other teams in the American do.
I think Memphis loses a game to Navy or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they have actually I can check because they have a loss. I just noticed that. I don't know who it was to though. By the way, live update: Blue Jays did score that run. They're up 6-1 going into the 9th.
You love to hear it.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Memphis. Who did Memphis lose to? Memphis lost to UAB. That's a fluke loss. I don't know what the standings are on the American right now. Navy is in
Also,
first place. So I think Navy would be in the college football playoff right now if the season ended today. It'd be Navy.
yeah,
So whatever
which
that's
they're
worth.
not even ranked. So
Yeah, exactly. You have Navy and so
that just
so
goes
the
to show
American.
you how incredible these rankings are, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So obviously like the season wouldn't end today, so you can't say like that like they wouldn't be in it because more you have to play more games obviously. But right now, if the season ends today, just to do this experiment, the American Conference Championship game would be Navy versus Tulane. So Memphis wouldn't even have a chance to win the conference. So that's interesting. But we'll see what goes on there. Something to watch for the college football playoff situation over there. And other than that, just a couple last notes, unless you want to add anything, Oscar. Drop from the rankings, USF, LSU, obviously losing to A&M. A&M's really good. Illinois and Arizona State. So if you want to add anything else, go ahead. If not, I did want to touch on something else.
Not really. I think Mizzou slightly overrated.
Okay.
I think you can give that spot to somebody else. I don't feel like they deserve to be ranked anymore. Just in my opinion.
Okay.
I know that their 2 losses are to top 10 teams, but they're gonna continue losing. So
yeah, especially without their quarterback. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no. I mean, these teams are. I mean, it is what it is. There's not really much you could say. And
Yeah.
also, just shout out to Mark on the BYU prediction.
Yeah, bro, BYU's
Hey,
looking good. They were struggling in that Iowa State game. They had me there for a second,
I
but they
mean,
came
Iowa
back and
State's good, but yeah.
beat them. Yeah. So, yeah, shout out Mark. Let's see how long that lasts for. BYU
He
versus
knows
Miami.
ball this year.
He does. He's also ahead in our NFL rankings still. So he knows. He doesn't come on the pod, but he just knows ball. So I kind of mentioned it earlier that LSU got dropped from the rankings, and with that comes another head coach firing. So I don't know how much you want to talk about this for, but Brian Kelly,
Burger
he has been.
King. You can't have it your way.
That's funny. Yeah, so Brian Kelly, LSU was the LSU head coach, has been fired.
BK.
So now they got to be looking for a new one. And in the meantime, they got to pay him, what was it, $54 million buyout, something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. And actually, this has gone so bad that the Louisiana governor has stepped in and has claimed that he is not letting LSU's AD pick their new head coach. Because I didn't know this, but apparently, so he fires Brian Kelly, obviously, $50 million buyout. Previously to the LSU athletic director, do you know where he was before that? What athletic director? What college he was the athletic director for?
Alabama, perhaps.
No, no. Actually, it was Texas A&M.
Oh,
Put two and two together. Jimbo Fisher, $70-something million buyout. This guy has a reputation of firing coaches and then owing them a lot of money. So the Louisiana
yes.
governor now is like, I'm not having this guy pick my next head coach for my state's football team. I don't know how that's going to work, but he doesn't want that to happen. So we'll see. We'll see what LSU does. But
I think
yeah,
that's very
LSU's in the
interesting.
dumps. It is. Yeah, it is. It's pretty funny. Their defense has not been playing anywhere near
Who
how
do you
they're
think
supposed
they're
to be
gonna
playing.
try to go for? Who do you think they're gonna try and target?
I don't
Because
know. I don't know. You know,
Lane
I just want
Kiffin
to.
was the one linked with the Florida job, but now that
Mhm.
LSU opened up, do you think that maybe attracts him over? Or
I don't know, man. I think it's definitely a way more enticing job than Florida. Cough, cough. I think Lane Kiffin would be a great Tigers head coach. I know Miles would love to hear that. There was another guy who was talked about being the LSU head coach, but to be fair, he's been talked about being the coach for every single team all the time and forever. And that's Nick Saban. Is he gonna come out of retirement? No, I don't think so. But I will say these claims make a little bit more sense than Florida or Penn State just because
also
he coached
he
LSU
did
before.
yeah, he did used to coach LSU.
So
And he
I
won a
so
natty with LSU, so
yes, that is true. That is true. So there's a little bit of a connection there. I doubt it's gonna happen though.
it's not
La-
going to.
I also will say that on Lane Kiffin, I don't think like if I had to put money on it, I'd say that he's staying at Ole Miss. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I could be wrong. Um, could James Franklin be an option? I haven't heard anyone talking about that. There's got to be a reason for it.
Definitely
But
not. I don't think anybody wants James Franklin as their head coach.
he's a good coach, man. He's a good
He
coach.
can't win big games though.
That's true. However, every game is a big game. So if he doesn't win, like if he can't win the big games, then he's not going to win any game. In which case, that's like he wouldn't be he wouldn't be the coach in the first place, if that makes any sense. I don't know. That's just my thought on it. I don't know what other coaches there are, to be honest. But we'll see about
Probably
that.
some NFL coordinators maybe that don't have a
Could
job
be.
right now. Maybe
That
you
is a
just
good
have to
point.
look
Could
at
be.
that.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe the Mike McDaniel will be the new head coach for the
LSU
LSU
Tigers.
Tigers. That'd be funny.
But
Yeah.
he's
Well,
not. But
yeah, he's not. Thank God.
because he said they're not go he's not going anywhere.
Well, for now. By the end of the year, honestly, I'd be surprised if we keep him. I'm not gonna lie. Dolphins been struggling, except for last week. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's getting my
Which
hopes up a little bit,
the
but it's
one
not going
week.
to. Whoa. Yeah. No. I don't want to overreact now, but Dolphins are gonna win the Super Bowl. No, I'm playing. Obviously. But it was fun to watch just for that one game. But let's get into now everyone's favorite part of the podcast, the NFL. So we'll start off with our NFL Week 8 recap, starting off with Thursday Night Football, which actually we don't really need to talk too much about it because I think this was the game that was going on while we were filming, correct? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so we already knew how that one was going to end. Dolphins Falcons, let's start there. Perfect way to start this off. So obviously I watched the entire game. I watched every single
Visor Tua
game for the Dolphins. Yeah, Visor Tua. I think
versus Kirk
it's here
O'Chain.
versus Kirk O'Chain. I was happy to see Kirk Cousins
Yeah,
there.
me
I
too.
like him. I like him.
Me too.
Not just because he played kind of bad, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I legit actually liked seeing him play because I root for the guy. You got to root for the guy. But
Yeah, me too.
I I thought that the Dolphins played extremely well. This was the best game that they've had in a number of
A
years,
long
I would
time.
say.
Yeah.
I don't know why this happened because the Falcons are pretty good, at least on the defensive side of the ball. They were the number one passing defense. They might still be. I'm not sure what the numbers are now, but they were the number one passing defense in the entire NFL. And they let one-eyed Tua turn the ball over, throw for 4 touchdowns on only 6 incompletions. I don't know how that happened, but I'm not going to complain. He threw some strikes. There were some very impressive throws out of Tua. He threw some absolute dimes, especially that one crosser to Waddle for the touchdown. That was A really big play. And speaking of Waddle, great game, 5 for 99 and a touchdown. Definitely needed that out of him.
I started him, so I was very
Yeah,
happy.
yeah, great game for him.
I
Achan,
believe it was against you, wasn't it, that I started
it
him?
was, yes, it was. That was a great matchup.
Yeah,
Shout out to
2-point
bye
matchup.
weeks. Gotta love
Yeah.
those. Uh, yeah. So Achan had a relatively quiet game. He did score a touchdown, receiving touchdown, but only 24 yards receiving there. Malik Washington had a very nice touchdown there at the end of the first half, I believe it was. And Ollie Gordon, his first career receiving touchdown. That is correct. So Dolphins played very well, and the defense, which was the problem I thought going into the season, still is a problem. One of the worst, if not the worst, rushing defense in the league. And Mr. Bijan Robinson, 25 carries. I mean, I don't know how that's possible. I'm not gonna lie.
25 yards on 9
Sorry,
carries.
that's what I meant. I apologize for that.
I know,
Yes.
I got you, Colin.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, 25 carries. I don't know exactly
Yards.
how we. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. I hope you enjoyed. See you next week. Wow, I'm out of it. Okay. Yes, 25 yards. 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 I spelled that right. Yards. Yes, Bijan Robinson, he had 25 yards. I like I've been saying, I don't know how that happened. But yeah, it's just not good. Drake London did not play. Bad for the fantasy team, bad for the Falcons. Great for me though. Dolphins got the win. But Kyle Pitts has been having a lot of targets and a lot of receptions for the Falcons over the last couple games now. So maybe he'll be on the up and up as well. But Dolphins played very, very well. Oscar, I don't know if you want to add anything else.
Well, the one week, no, it is not the first week I pick against them, but
Yeah.
I was very happy to see the Dolphins win. Did not care about that on my record, honestly.
Yeah. I was very
Still
I
a
was very
Dolphins fan
excited for that.
first.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. All right, Ravens and the Bears. No Lamar Jackson last game without Lamar. Ravens
this
surprisingly.
one did let me down a little bit. I did pick
Yeah.
against the Bears.
Yes, Derrick Henry, two rushing
against the
touchdowns
Ravens.
though.
I picked the Bears against the Ravens.
Yes, we all picked the Bears. We all said, well, you weren't there when we picked last episode, but both of us said that we're picking the Ravens only if Lamar plays. So when Lamar did not play,
that's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't send you any predictions.
Yeah.
Up until the very last minute.
That was rough. So we technically all picked the Bears. And anyways, whatever. Lamar's back next week still. Good for them. Horrible for us because Thursday Night Football, but it's all good.
Tomorrow. He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Jets, they got their first win. I'm not gonna put the clapping noise because I don't care.
On a trick play, by the way.
Yeah, that was actually a great play. Gutsy calls. He went for two times in a row. Oh, and they definitely did not need to. I thought that was a dumb decision, but worked out there. Jets defense not playing well, but their offense was good. So shout out to Justin Fields. Bills Panthers, to be expected, coming off a bye week. Bills pound the Panthers without Bryce Young. Niners Texans, I was actually surprised.
Very shocked.
You would know this very well. Christian McCaffrey, I don't know where that guy was at. He did absolutely nothing. And the Texans
we still won.
CJ Stroud.
We still won.
Yes, you mentioned that already. Thank you. Let's keep it moving. Browns Patriots, Drake Mays looking very, very nice. Unfortunately for the entire rest of the league, the Patriots cannot be bad for too long of a time. So, of course, now they got Drake May. But it's all fun and games when you remember that their first loss of the season was to the Raiders, and the Raiders suck. So, I think that's pretty amusing. Giants Eagles, to be expected, except RIP to Cam Skattebo. Very disappointing.
Very gruesome injury. I mean, I expected him to get hurt just due to his playing style, but that's definitely not an injury. Like, that could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
So, you wish him nothing but the best. Yeah. But
definitely.
Recovery.
Yeah.
What's next? Baby, gotta love the Bucks. Let's go Bucks.
I love the Bucks. They moved out of Rattler. They benched Rattler for the rookie Tyler Shuck, and he will be starting this week's game against the. Who are they playing? They're playing the Rams. So welcome to the NFL. You get to play a top 5 team. Titans, and actually the last time this happened though, I said was with Dart. He started against the Chargers and they actually won. So maybe Tom Shuck will get lucky. You never know. Titans Colts. Jonathan Taylor is actually an alien. He's a god. I've never seen anyone score. I've never seen anybody score 3 touchdowns in this many
3 games in
games.
a row. Yeah,
Like
3 games in a row.
not no, I don't think it was in a row. He
Yeah.
doesn't have 3 touchdowns. 3 games in a row?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. No, that's actually insane. I did not know that.
Yeah. Actually, he's a client for the brand new agency I'm working for. So.
Oh, wait, you're working for a new agency?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll talk about that afterwards. Nice job, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm looking here. So he had 3 touchdowns this game, 3 touchdowns the last game. Then the third game he only had 1, but the game before that he had 3. So 3 out of the last 4 games.
Okay, that's what
3
it
of the
was.
last 4, but still unbelievable. This man had a crazy 80-yard touchdown run. Managed to stay in bounds there. They beat the Titans. No shocker there. I think, what was your bold prediction? The Titans are going to win the AFC South? What? That is not looking too good, man.
That was the bold upset alert of the year. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
not looking good at all.
Yeah. Cowboys lose to the Broncos. Cowboys.
Expected.
Well, I actually picked the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys were going to win. I think the Cowboys are actually their offense is really good. The Broncos defense really played incredibly well. Shut down Dak. Shut down CD as well. But the main story with that game, because I watched the entire thing, was the Cowboys defense is probably the worst defense in the league. I mean, they're rivaling the Dolphins defense. I think they're trying to see who's actually the worst. But Colts defense, the Cowboys defense has a lot of injuries, especially in the secondary. I think they were down to 1 safety left in the game. So definitely not ideal for them. But yeah, their secondaries are really, really bad. Packers Steelers. Aaron Rodgers
upset alert did not hit.
Did not hit.
Again, seems to be a running theme this year.
I know, it has not been very successful this year. But Aaron Rodgers loses to the Green Bay Packers. They're up there for a little bit. Chris Boswell was looking insane, as he usually does. But Packers are able to pull it out, especially with Tucker Kraft. He had 2 touchdowns and almost 200 yards receiving. So on National Tight Ends Day, a lot of tight ends scored. So George Kittle had one. Travis Kelce went ballistics in this Monday Night Football game. Rashee Rice, shout out to Rashee Rice. Very happy that he's playing well. And the Chiefs demolished the Mariota-led Commanders on Monday night. Yeah. And that is kind of it for the recap. So, is there anything from this from week 8 that you wanted to pay more attention to?
Specifically, the Chiefs are back. I mean, it was a bit shocking to see, the start of the season, how they're doing. Mahomes playing, I don't want to say it, but a little bit of an MVP level over the last 3 or 4 games.
He's the leading, the betting favorite to win MVP. I think that is actually ridiculous.
Well,
I disagree with that.
If he keeps playing like that the rest of the season, I don't see why not.
I don't know.
Nobody's playing spectacular besides Jonathan Taylor, actually.
Yeah.
But it's so hard for a running back to win MVP.
I know.
And did Derrick Henry he didn't even win it when he had that 2,000-yard season, did he?
No, he did not.
Exactly. So
and neither did Saquon. So yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. But I think he deserves it. I said that last year. Last year I think we said that Saquon should have won.
Yeah.
So I guess they don't care about that these days. But it is what it is.
Running backs aren't valued for some reason. But
yeah,
it's a quarterback award. When's the last time a non-quarterback won it?
2012, Adrian Peterson. So it's been a minute.
So a running back, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that does it for week 8. Let's go into now our real favorite part of the pod, our week 9 NFL predictions. But first, gotta look at the rankings, so let's get into those. So here are the predictions. Me and Mark tied once again.
I'm only 1 game back. Progress is progress.
Well, it's you're not making progress because in the overall down here you're
I
you're
know.
losing some games, man.
I know.
Yeah, Mark and I tied 9-4. Only 13 games this week,
Well, I'm only
so
3
a
games
lot of
back
bye
at
weeks.
you, so it's
Sure.
we take it 1 week at a time.
Wait, what do you mean you're
I'm like
3 games back?
of you.
No, you're five
Oh,
games
I'm
back.
5 games back. Wow. Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah,
six to
yeah.
four. Jesus
I
Christ.
I'm
Well,
two
still.
back of Mark, and you're 7 back of Mark, 5 back of me. But
Hey,
yeah, I
one
mean
week
there's
at a
still time.
time. We're like the Kansas City Chiefs here, all right? We had
Yep.
a hot start, but we keep it rolling.
Yeah. So this marks the week 9
Still
is
trying to
the
defend the chip from last year.
yes, you do have that. So hopefully we can take that from you. Week 9 is the middle week of the NFL season. So we'll be about a little bit more than halfway after this week, and we'll get a kind of a better sense of how we're going to finish off. But hopefully we can catch up the mark a little bit here. So let's get into those predictions. Alrighty, so here we go, our week 9 NFL predictions, and we're going to start it off with Thursday night football. The Baltimore Ravens coming to Miami to take on the Dolphins. We all know how this game is going to go. And we all know, even though we all know how this game is going to go, we all know who I'm going to pick. So I'm taking the Dolphins, baby. Dolphins, fins up, baby. Dolphins are going to win. Stop playing.
I
That's my
want the
pick.
Dolphins to win, and I can see the Dolphins winning because we always play the Ravens good, except for
Except for that
2024.
one time that they scored
Yeah.
52 points on us and Lamar won
Yeah.
MVP because I think he threw 5 touchdowns in that game. Besides that, oh, and like two years ago when they dropped like 60 on us.
No,
Besides
2 years
those two
ago. No, 2
instances,
years ago was the one we had that comeback victory.
wait, no, that was 3 years ago. 2 years ago was when we went to Baltimore after we lost to the Titans, and I'll search it up right now, but we lost like
Crazy. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
it was crazy. It was 15-6 to 19. We don't talk about that. What we do talk about though is that Robert Hunt catch, the O-line play on Thursday night, like maybe 5 years ago. We talk about that. That was a fun game. But yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins. I don't care.
I have to go with the Ravens, man. Lamar's coming back. Henry's playing good. Like,
Not a true fan. Not a true fan.
I want them to win. I'll be happy. I'll take the L in the loss column, but this is business.
Business, strictly business. It's a final, by the way. The Jays have won Game 5, so they're up 3-2, 1 win away from winning their first World Series since 1993, I believe. And we're going back to Baltimore. So Trey Yesavage, final stats: 7 innings pitched, only 3 hits, only 1 run,
So you
0
say we're going
walks.
back to Baltimore?
Did I
I mean
say that?
Toronto. Yes.
Wow, bro, I'm not paying attention to that. Baltimore. Why did I
Could you
keep saying
imagine
Baltimore?
that? The
Oh, because the
Orioles and the
Ravens. Yeah, I was probably thinking about the Ravens still. Yeah, we're going back to Toronto. We're going back to Canada, for Game 6 and Game 7 if necessary. Trey Savage, like I was
Come on,
mentioning, 12
Crody.
strikeouts, rookie record in the World Series. So shout out to them. Anyways, 49ers and the Giants back to the NFL. I'm gonna go with the 49ers. I think they're gonna have a bounce back game. Giants could put it close. Not gonna lie, Miles back there.
I think
Really
so too.
disappointed in my pick,
Actually,
but
I think it's
I'm going
gonna
with the
be a very
Niners.
close game, and I'm gonna go with the Niners as well.
Okay, alrighty there. 49ers it is. Chargers at the Titans. This is a no-brainer. Give me the Chargers. Stop playing around.
Yeah, I love Daddy Cam, but
Yeah. Now the Titans are probably gonna win, but it's fine. Vikings and the Lions AFC North battle. I picked up the Lions defense in fantasy football. I think that Mr. McCarthy is not going to stand a chance. So give me Detroit.
I mean the game's in Minnesota, or is it in
No, it's in Detroit. It's in Detroit.
Okay, so Detroit. Yeah, give me the Lions.
Lions. All right. There you have it. Next game at 1 o'clock. Falcons in New England taking on the Patriots. Hopefully Drake May's back. But overall, I think the Yeah, I think that's kind of it for the Falcons there.
I don't think Drake May got hurt.
Oh no, sorry, I meant to say Drake
Michael
London. Sorry,
Penix.
the other Drake. No, no, no,
Oh,
no. I meant to say the
okay.
other Drake, but Michael Penix as well though. Like, I don't know what Michael Penix is up to. Um, Michael Penix. Let's see. He is optimistic he will return. So we'll see what happens there. I'm actually gonna pick the Falcons here. I don't like the Patriots. I think they need to calm down a little bit. And if Penix plays, if London plays, I think they have a little bit of a shot. So go with the Falcons.
I think the Patriots are gonna win, man. They've just been on a roll lately, and they've been playing
I
great.
agree.
So
I agree. I agree. I just cannot continue to pick the Patriots for my own sake. I've done it too many times already this year. Colts and the Steelers. I think this could be a good game. They have a storied past. Back in those days, those playoff games between Manning and Roethlisberger. This game is in Pittsburgh, so Aaron Rodgers is looking to shut down the red hot Colts. I am actually going to go with Indianapolis, though. I think their offense is no match for the Steelers' defense. And they got a good defense as well down there in Indy, so that's my pick.
yeah, man, the Colts are the hottest team in the NFL. What are we talking about, man? Like,
What are we talking about? Yeah, I agree. Broncos and the Texans. Unfortunately, Pat Surtain is going to be out for an extended period of time. He hurt his ankle or his shin, a lower leg injury against the Cowboys last week. So we'll see how that affects their secondary. But they're taking on the Texans in Houston. And I am going to go with. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to take the Broncos, though. I think they've been playing well, and they're the favorites. So when in doubt, take the favorites.
whole lot of do Broncos country. That's right. Broncos country.
Let's
That's
ride.
right.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. We're riding to the bowl. They're not going anywhere near the bowl, but they're riding. So, the Bears and the Bengals. B versus the B in Cincinnati with Joe Flacco going up against Caleb Williams. This is a good game. The Bears are that team that we always think is bad, and we never pick them because they're always going to mess it up. But then recently they've actually been playing well, so we pick them, and of course they lose to the Ravens once we pick them.
Yeah.
So I'm not really comfortable with the Bears. I want to pick the Bengals here real badly. I think Jamar Chase has been playing well. Joe Flacco's kind of been heating it up a little bit. But I definitely would not be surprised if the Bears won. I'll let you pick this one first, actually, Oscar, because I'm a little on the fence with this one.
I was gonna say exactly, pretty much word for word what you were gonna say, but I mean what you
Yeah.
just did say.
Word for
The
word, ba for ba.
steal my whole flow. Yeah. But the Bears have been above average this year, which good for Bears. Good for the Bears.
Yeah,
The
good
Bears.
for the Bears. The Bears.
But no, man, I gotta go with the Bengals because the game's in Cincinnati. If the game would have been in Chicago, then I'm like, you know what?
Hey, but the Jets beat the Bengals in Cincinnati. Think about that. I'm gonna go with the Bengals too. They've shown that they can score a lot of points, especially in that Jets game, and I don't think the Bears have the ability to score 30, 40 points. So
What
I'm
the
gonna go
Jets
with the
do?
Bengals as well. Low key, yes, because I think Justin Fields can give you 3 points one game and then give you 50 another game because he's just so explosive. I don't think Caleb Williams has got
Fair
that
enough.
explosiveness.
Fair enough.
Just my opinion. Panthers and the Packers. I don't know. Wow, Panthers and the Packers. Another alliteration there. I think that I think the Packers are going to win. I don't know if Bryce Young is going to come back. I think that's going to take a
No, I
pretty
don't think
big
so.
part. Let me see if there's any word on him. Up to full participation in practice, and it is likely that he will start. Okay, so maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
wow,
I'm still
really?
picking I'm picking the Packers either way, but I think the Panthers have a better shot now because I think he's definitely better than Dalton. So, but I'll still go with the Packers here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers as well.
Alrighty, that was the last game at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Now moving into the 4 o'clock window, like I mentioned, we got Tyler Shuck making his first NFL start against the Los Angeles Rams. Give me the Rams. I'm a big fan of the team, and I
Yeah,
think
you
that
have
they're
them
gonna
ranked as the
win.
number one team, man, in the in the
No,
Stevie
no,
B's
no.
list.
Number two, I think. No, number two. Yeah, number two. Number two. I had them number two. I had the Lions number one.
Oh
So
yeah, that's right.
yeah. But anyways, I still like them. I think they're a great team.
Yeah, I mean, they're better than the Saints. Come on now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Next game we got the Jaguars at the Raiders. I think are the Jaguars coming off a bye week, or did I just make that up? I think they
No,
are.
yeah, they are.
They are, right? I'm gonna pick the Jaguars. Not necessarily just for that reason, but I think that definitely helps.
I mean, the Jags have been playing good this year, man.
Yeah, I
Which
agree.
is not something I was expecting to say. But
Yeah, for sure.
give me the Jaguars.
Jags for you
Yeah.
as well. Next up, game of the week, we got the Chiefs taking on the Bills. They literally play each other every single year in the regular season and in the
And the
playoffs.
playoffs.
It's always a fun matchup. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be your upset of the week. I actually don't even know who's favorite, to be honest. Bills have been on a little bit of a slump. Chiefs have been on the incline right now. I think overall the Bills might be a slightly better team than the Chiefs. I'm
Not
kind of
slightly.
hesitant to
They're
even
better.
say that. You think they're
They're
better? I
better.
look, you think the Chiefs could be a little bit better. So I'm picking the Chiefs here because the game is in Buffalo, and it seems like every time in the regular season, when the game is in Kansas City, the Bills always win. And whenever it's in Buffalo, the Chiefs always win. So I'm taking the Chiefs. And also, I think I like the Chiefs better. Obviously, I hate the Bills, but I think Mahomes has been playing well. Rashee Rice's resurgence has been nice. Pacheco got a little bit banged up. He might not play. So Kareem Hunt taking the full reps there as starting running back, I think will help him. I think it'll get him going a little bit. Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win, even though the Bills have been dominant as well, especially last week.
Well, the Bills are a better team, but Daddy is still Daddy, and the Chiefs own the Bills. So give me the Chiefs.
That's true. Except not in the regular season. I think the last 2 years, the Bills have beaten the Chiefs in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely they did last year, I remember.
Chiefs are gonna win.
All right, fine. Moving on to Sunday Night Football, the Seattle Seahawks, the Red Hot Seahawks, taking on the Commanders. And I actually don't know who's playing. I'm assuming.
It's Mariota. Daniels is still
Really?
highly questionable. Yeah, I was looking at it
Oh,
actually recently. And they
okay.
say, what was it?
Oh, wait a
Can't
minute. Hold
remember.
on. We got some Jaden Daniels. Commanders expect quarterback Jaden Daniels to
Limited
practice in full.
Yeah.
Practice in full after missing week 8. And another article says that he's in line to return on Sunday. So
According to
I
ESPN, he was practicing limited. Well, I read this like at 10 in the morning,
okay.
11.
Bleacher Report 8 hours ago says that he's on track to return. I'm gonna make this pick based off of the fact that Jaden Daniels is playing, and so for that reason, I'm just kidding. The Seahawks are gonna win. I don't care. Picking the Seahawks.
I mean, the thought crossed my mind. I'll say that. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Seahawks are a better team. So, and shout out to Elijah Arroyo.
Shots out. Yeah, that's true. He has been playing well. He's been playing very well. Also, isn't what's the running back? Is he got cut, right? Or is
Yeah.
what's his name?
Damian Martinez. He's good though.
But he was on the Ravens for like for a little bit. Yeah, he's not on the team right now.
Seahawks. He was on
Yeah,
the Seahawks.
sorry, that's what I meant. Seahawks.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
he's on the
drafted by them, and
He
he's
got
good though.
cut.
I don't know why they cut him because even like I heard like NFL guys talking highly about him.
I don't know.
So, who was it? I literally saw this. Oh yeah, it was Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor
Oh, really?
practiced with Damian Martinez preseason. He was like, "Damn, this guy's good."
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I guess they don't really. Also, interestingly enough, Restrepo is back on the Titans. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, good for him. You think he's gonna play?
No.
No? That's interesting.
But yeah, he
All
got
right.
activated by the Titans. I think it was last week, this week.
Okay. Good for him. Good for him.
And Cam said, Cam obviously spoke about him, so. And
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, he'll find a way or something like that to get integrated, but yeah, we'll see.
Interesting. Well, last game, Monday Night Football, Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Now, I think this is going to be actually kind of a good game. I think the Cowboys look like a better team. I like them as a better team, but their defense is just too, not there for me.
I need to stop letting you speak first because you steal all my thunder, man.
I'm sorry, bro. I still might I low-key think I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I'm not going to lie. But I wanted to, because I assume, actually, I'm not going to steal your thunder anymore. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can't just stop mid-sentence. Yeah, this is going to be my upset.
Okay. Upset alert, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe this week is gonna be right. Dallas are 2.5-point favorites. And because you did that, Oscar, I'm picking the Cowboys because your upset alerts have been wrong every single time this year. So if this was
Not
last year, I
every
would
time,
definitely
Yeah.
Last year, I would copy you for sure.
Or
This
the year
year,
before, yeah. I think the
or
year
the year
before
before.
I was
Honestly,
the
every
year
year,
before.
every year.
Yeah, the year before I got every single one right.
Yeah, no,
2
that
years
was actually
ago.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, I think I don't know what I think. Like the Cardinals could definitely win. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's in Dallas though. Dak is playing good. I don't really feel too good about
Cardinals
the
always
Cardinals
play the Cowboys
defense.
good though. Always, without fail.
Yeah. I actually
Yeah.
let me see. Cardinals versus Cowboys history. Let's see. Last 10 years. The last matchup was in 2023. The Cardinals won. Before that, the Cardinals won. Before that, the Cardinals won. Before that, the Cowboys won. Okay, so the last 3 matchups, the Cardinals have won. This year's different, baby. Well, okay. So look, so the Cardinals in their last couple of games, they've allowed 27 points, 31 points, 22 points to the Titans, 23. I feel like they could give up some points. They're playing a much better offense.
Yeah, they are.
Kyler Murray's coming back. First game in like 3 weeks, I believe.
Trey McBride is looking really good.
Really,
So.
really good. For sure. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna stick with my pick for right now, the Cowboys. I feel like I could definitely be disappointed in that decision, but we'll see.
No Monday night game?
That was the Monday night game.
That was the Monday night game?
Yeah, Monday night, Cardinals, Cowboys. Sunday night was the Seahawks and the Commanders.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah.
Well.
Sorry, I should have done a better job announcing it.
Yeah, or me
But-
reading. Clearly, I can't read. I thought.
Well, I can't speak today, so we're both of us
Similar
are-
wavelengths. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's gonna do it. Oscar, I spoke too much today. You go ahead. I took your thunder too many times.
But yeah, no, that's gonna do it for us today at the Get It Right Saturday Night podcast. Yeah, hopefully we have a better week for predictions and yeah, man, just have a good one. Peace, guys.
See you later.